Welcome into another episode of Leatherneck Insider. I'm Kobe Blackmon.
And I'm Cody Gill. We're starting this week off with our TSSR Game Time Live Athlete of the Week. My partner and good friend Kobe Blackmon got a chance to speak with this week's winner.
Welcome you back to another segment of TSSR Game Time Live Athlete of the Week. This week I'm with Christian Pierce. Christian, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing good. All right, starting off with question one. Tackling machine, over 80 tackles on the season, 4 sacks. What motivates you each game, and how do you stay so consistent?
Obviously, when you're playing with 10 other guys on the field, just running to the ball. When you run to the ball finds energy, so just being able to run the ball, that's how it helps you make all the tackles.
And obviously not the record you all want, but like, how do you continue to push each other in the defensive room, starting with the linemen all the way back to the safeties?
I would say at the end of the day, just having fun, playing football with some of the teammates, and they like my brothers now, so playing football with them, it's like having fun. It don't really feel like the record shows 3-9, but it feels like we still fighting for a championship. So,
yeah, and kind of a fun question. I'm the ball carrier, you're the defender. 10 carries I get. Can I break a tackle off you?
I'm going to say nah. I like you going 0 for 10.
All right, but I got another. Say we add an offensive lineman in, right?
Okay.
And he plays for Western Illinois, whatever offensive lineman you want to add in there. And you get a D lineman as well. As long as it's not Jalen.
I can pick my
as long as it's not Jalen Riven. But can I break a tackle on that?
Nah, I'm going to still say nah.
I appreciate it. We may have to see that one day. I'm Kobe Blackmon. Thank you, Christian Pierce, for your time. Reporter for Leatherneck Insider.
Thanks, Kobe, and congratulations to Christian Pierce. And the WIU football team faced off in their final home game of the season at Hanson Field against Southeast Missouri State. Both teams came into the game with a 3-7 record for the year. The Leathernecks started off the game with a 10-0 lead thanks to a 53-yard field goal by Antonio Chada and a Kason Carswell touchdown pass to Markel Holman. The Leathernecks even held a 17-10 lead going into the second half, but were shut out from there on and allowed 12 unanswered points for a final score of 22-17, dropping to 3-8 on the season with the loss. The Leathernecks are off on their last game of the season against Gardner-Webb today. With a win, the Leathernecks would match their win total from last season with 4.
It was senior night for WIU volleyball team on Wednesday as they took on the Southern Indiana Skyhawks. The Leathernecks celebrated 4 seniors, Grace Kramer, Kiana Cruz, Kaya Franklin, and Elizabeth Ziegler. It was a 5-set thriller for the final game of the season. Both teams went back and forth going set for set, but it was USI with a 15-9 victory in the 5th set. Kiana Cruz led the way for the Leathernecks with 22 kills, putting their second all-time in career kills at WIU. The senior Kaya Franklin led the way with 4 blocks, a total 3 of which were solo, and Madeline Norton led the team with 23 assists. The Leathernecks finished the season 7-24. Stick around, and we'll be right back after a short break. Bring you some more insider information on WIU basketball and look at the cross-country season.
Taking me home.
Here, I engineer the future.
Taking me home. Bring me back.
Here, I have countless opportunities.
Taking me home. Bring me back.
Here, I do research.
Right here at Western.
Your vision.
My goal is to work at a top 100 television station as a reporter, anchor, and a producer.
Our mission.
Thanks to Western, I have a resume that would beat out most students from the top journalism schools in the country.
This is Western Illinois University.
I am a success story. I am a Leatherneck.
Welcome back to Leatherneck Insider. The WIU men's basketball team got their first win of the season earlier this week against Division III opponent Coe College. The Leathernecks had 3 players reach double-digit points, with Lucas Lorenzen leading the way for the Leathernecks with 14. Western struggled to start the game as they trailed the Cohawks by 2 points at the half, but were able to outscore Coe College 40-27, holding them to 10 field goals and forced 8 turnovers in the second half. WIU would close the game out with a final score of 74-63. The Leathernecks face off against the University of North Dakota on Sunday at Western Hall. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m.
The WIU basketball team continues their strong start of the season, taking down Chicago State on Monday, 86-75. Mia Nicasio led the way with only 33 points and 17 rebounds, both career highs. Nicastro has been phenomenal to start the season, averaging a double-double. Nicastro shooting a whopping 31 for 48 from the field, coming out to almost 65%, along with 4 blocks and 4 steals. Nicastro has taken over the lead role from Regan McCowan to start the season, but don't be surprised if we see a resurgence from the WIU superstar later in the year. Nicastro and the team have quite the test the next weeks as they travel to Iowa City to take on the Hawkeyes on Wednesday at 6:30.
The WIU men's and women's cross-country teams recently finished up their seasons at their NCAA regional meet at Oklahoma State University. Leatherneck Insider reporter Luke Little caught up with cross-country head coach Matt Rosato about the season.
Matt Rosato just finished his first season as head coach of the WIU men's and women's cross-country team. After their season finisher, I got a chance to talk to Coach Rosato about the men's team best finish since 2018 in regional play.
We were seeded to barely even make it there or finish. But to have those guys come together and move up the way that they did. If you look at the results, I mean, every one of those guys moved up 10, 15, 20, 30 places, from the last 2K onto the finish of the race. So they executed the plan really well, and that was a thought come, run conservative. It was a really tough course, probably one of the hardest courses in the country. Finishing 5 and not doing that since 2018 was a big deal for us and what we're doing and the growth of that men's side of the program.
The women's team finished 5 runners in regional play for the first time since 2012. Leading the way was junior Lydia Bennett, who had a historic season for her personal records and for the school. Coach Rosato touched on her impact on the team this year.
The girls see her as a leader. She does everything right. She does all the small things right. And we had this conversation, I think, right after conference is what she should have been doing when she first got here. She's now truly living through. And it takes some battles. And that's one of the special things about running, and one of the things that sucks about running is it can give you so much, but it can take so much too. And because it takes time to be good, it's really hard for people to survive those things, mentally and physically. And she's done that. She's gone through every fire.
Reporting for Leatherneck Insider, I'm Luke Little.
Thank you, Luke. And what a great year for Coach Rosato in his first season as head coach here at WIU. The regional meet marks the end of the 2025 season for the Leathernecks.
Huge news regarding WIU's soccer was announced earlier this week, but you'll have to wait for when we come back. We'll have it for you on the other side of the break.
Western Illinois University. Our beginnings in 1902 focused on providing affordable teacher education training. We've changed with the times and excelled through the years. Today, Western is positioned for the next 100 years and beyond. Affordability of diverse academic programs, outstanding learning opportunities, and hands-on experiences provide excellent job placement for our graduates. This is Western, forever Western.
WIU men's soccer head coach Eric Johnson has announced his retirement. Johnson led the program for the last 29 years. Johnson's tenure includes 6 NCAA appearances, 4 regular season conference titles, and 6 conference tournament championships across the Mid-Continent Conference, the Summit League, and the Ohio Valley Conference. He was also named Conference Coach of the Year 5 times. Johnson plans to stay involved with Leatherneck soccer program in a volunteer role, while also spending time with his grandchildren and doing the usuals, hunting, fishing, and woodworking. Congrats to Eric Johnson, who will most certainly go down as one of, if not the most successful coach in WIU athletics history.
Leatherneck Insider reporter Glenn Novak got the opportunity to sit down and talk to women's bowling head coach Derek Sapp about the midpoint of the season and about not just one, but both of his daughters coming to Western Illinois to bowl in the next 2 years.
Women's bowling head coach Derek Sapp gave insight on his expectations for the inaugural season and how the team has been doing at the halfway point.
I didn't have a lot of expectations. Being a brand new team, I didn't know what I had. I knew the players, but I didn't know, until you get them together and you see them together in action, you don't really know what you have compared to, your competition. Now that we've been to 4 events, they've shown a lot of improvement in a lot of areas. They've kind of grown together a little bit. And compared to other first-year programs, talking to other coaches, we've come a long way in a short amount of time. Competitively, I think we are better than what I thought we'd be, and that's a testament to them and the work they've put in. We've got a lot of work to do, a lot of things to clean up, a lot of things to improve on, but like you said, we have a long break here. It's almost like we have 2 different seasons. There's such a long break, but we're going to use that. We have a few practices after Thanksgiving. We'll have a few when we get back to clean up some things and get ready for our second half.
Coach Sepp also talked about how his daughter, Allison Sepp, will be joining the team in 2026 and what fans should be looking forward to when she arrives.
First of all, they gain a player who's won 2 state titles at Iowa for high school. So she already has experience in this setting, high pressure, team bowling. But they're getting somebody who's going to work hard, like the other girl. She's going to be held to the same standard. She's going to be held to the same everything. But she really likes being part of a team, and she is excited and looking forward to it. And it's we get my other daughter in 27 as well. So to have to have them here is honestly part of the reason why I came here. To coach them here at a place that means a lot to me, and I hope that when they're done, it means as much to them as it does to me. But I obviously wouldn't have either one of them here if I didn't think they made us better, and they both will. So I'm really, really happy that they both decided to do this, and I'm looking forward to it.
I'm Glenn Novak. Back to you guys at the desk.
Despite their playoff loss from a couple weekends ago, the Macomb High Bombers football team had a successful season, finishing 9-2 on the year and getting to the second round of the playoffs. A big part of their success being All-State running back Drake May. My phenomenal partner Cody Gill had the chance to speak with May about the season.
Macomb High running back Drake May truly had a breakout junior year to help lead the way for the Bombers. He finished the season with over 1,100 yards and 15 touchdowns on the ground, while also compiling 140 tackles on the defensive side of the ball. With this monster season, it earned him a spot on the All-State first team.
That's a great feeling, just getting your name out there early, coming out, having an all-state season. But the best thing I can say about that is there's another season next year, and we're hoping to do the same and a lot better than this year. So this is just a start.
For the All-State teams, 18 players are selected for each class size, making the honor of being named to this exclusive list very impressive. However, May doesn't give himself a lot of the credit for this honor. Instead, he gives most of the credit to his teammates on the offensive line.
Oh, it all goes to them. I might be an all-state running back, but it's not like they just give the ball to me and I run. I got 6 guys ahead of me just blocking, and I just got to follow them, find the hole, and go. So it's not just me getting this all-state and all that. I got guys blocking for me that make it happen too.
Even with all of the success, May isn't satisfied with the results. He looks to continue to grow and get better as a player, and describes what he wants to improve the most.
I know what things I can improve on, and after I watch the film, I just always get in my head up, what can I do better, how can I fix it, how can I make this play? So me looking at myself, I'm going to see the downside. The biggest improvement is to put on size, put on as much size as I can, and just do the best that I can for the next season and leave it all out there for senior season.
Reporting for Leatherneck Insider, I'm Cody Gill.
Thanks, Cody, and congratulations to May on this All-State year and to Bomber wide receiver Drew Watson on his All-State honorable mention.
Only a handful of schools remain in the race for the IHSA Football State Championship, which will take place next week in Bloomington Normal at Hancock Stadium, the home of the Illinois State Redbirds.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, but I can't leave without giving one quick history lesson from the desk. On this day in 1986, Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight boxing champion in history. And with that, I'm Kobe Blackmon.
And I'm Cody Gill. Make sure to give us a follow on all our Leatherneck Insider socials at Insider WIU on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Have a great Thanksgiving, everyone.